The Path of Stones. Lucas had always dreamed of becoming a great mountaineer. Since he was a child, he would draw mountains and read stories about explorers who braved storms and overcame challenges to reach the top of the world. But he lived in a small village in the countryside where the hills barely rose above 200 meters. "You should think about something more realistic, Lucas," his friends would say. "Mountains are for people who have money, time, and connections." These words always hurt him, but they never stopped him. He knew that big dreams required even greater courage. One day, while walking through the village hills, Lucas met an old man named Mr. Ernest. He was a curious figure, with hair as white as snow and eyes that seemed to see through people. The old man watched Lucas as he tried to climb a slippery rock, and after a few falls he said, "Young man, do you really want to climb mountains, or is it just a whim?" Lucas, wiping the sweat from his forehead, replied, "I want it more than anything, but no one believes in me." Mr. Ernest smiled. "Then I have something for you. Follow me." They walked to the old man's house, where he showed Lucas a bag full of stones of various sizes. "Each stone here represents an obstacle you will face," Ernest explained. "I want you to carry these stones in your backpack every time you come to train. When you reach the top of the highest hill around here, without dropping a single one, you will be ready to climb real mountains." Lucas found it strange, but accepted the challenge. In the following days, the backpack felt like it weighed a ton. With every step, his legs ached and his shoulders burned. Many times he thought about giving up, but the image of the mountains he dreamed of climbing kept him going. Over time, Lucas noticed something interesting. The backpack didn't seem as heavy as before. He learned how to distribute the weight, balance his body, and most importantly, persist even when everything seemed impossible. After months of training, he finally reached the top of the hill with all the stones intact. When he returned to Mr. Ernest's house, the old man was waiting on the porch with a satisfied smile. "Congratulations, Lucas. Now, take the stones out of the backpack." When Lucas did so, he felt incredibly light, as if he could fly. Ernest concluded, "The stones were never the real challenge. The challenge was for you to learn how to handle them. That's life. Obstacles will always be there, but it's up to you to decide how to carry them." Years later, Lucas achieved his dream and climbed the mountains he had always desired. Whenever he reached the top, he would look at the horizon and give thanks for the stones that had taught him to be strong. Moral of the story: obstacles exist to make us stronger. No matter how big the challenge, every step prepares us to face the next.